What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Vibe Zone podcast for episode what? 8? I think this one's 8
Is
now.
is this episode 8?
Because last time was 7, and we mixed it up for 8. So this one's got to
Are
be 8.
are you sure?
I think so. I'm like
Well, we gotta check.
110% sure.
We gotta check.
All
Yeah,
right.
this is episode 8. All right.
Ooh, let's go
So episode
poggers,
8
poggers.
of the Vibe Zone podcast.
All
You know
right.
how it'd be vibing.
Yep. And as you can see, it's just me and Maynard.
Yeah,
Because,
no guest because we can't think of anyone to invite on the show.
unfortunately. But you know what? Here, I'm going to actually up my volume real quick.
Um,
Yeah, just so they can hear you better.
oh,
Yes. I think they want to hear you.
I doubt that, but all right. All right.
Also, our co-host just kind of dipped.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. But whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Keep her going.
Yeah, we can just
Right.
vibe, bro.
Dude, so a lot has happened since the last episode.
Yeah. Wait, was the last episode with Ellie?
I think so.
That was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I think that was 3. I don't know. I don't know why. I just think that was 3 weeks ago.
Well, that was 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Dude, we haven't done this in like forever. We haven't done this in a minute.
All right. Yeah. So a lot has happened. I got a new desk, a new chair, a new lamp. So I have front lighting now. Better
Nice,
front
nice.
lighting than I did before in front of my window.
And nothing has changed for me.
Dang. I got a new keyboard. You
Oh.
know, it be like that.
So now he doesn't have to play Valorant with his Circus keyboard.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's
Or
go.
really any game with my Surface keyboard. Cause
Yeah,
that
but
thing
like mostly Valorant,
Dang.
you know.
Yeah, mostly Minecraft, but
Okay,
whatever.
well, all right, okay.
Okay.
So we did get a comment on our last episode with a few topics, and we also came up with like 2 of our own.
We came up with some of our own topics, so we're just gonna dive straight in to this.
All right, all right.
All right. So the first topic we have is accents. So
What do we think about them? Ooh.
yeah, I guess. I mean, do you find a foreign accent interesting?
Do you find it hot?
So
You go ahead. You go ahead.
So I went to a restaurant called Stone Creek a few weeks ago, and our waitress was foreign. It took me the entire dinner to figure out where he was from, and I finally was like, he's Portuguese. Because at first I thought he was Russian. I was like, dude, this guy from Russia, from a communist country to a capitalist country, there's no way. So I was like, it's Portuguese, because they sound really similar for some reason that it doesn't really make sense, but whatever.
Hey, this world doesn't make sense.
I just find foreign accents intriguing, especially from the same country, but from different areas of the country. It sounds so different. It's so weird.
Well, I mean, I've basically grown up with accents my entire, my entire life. You know, my parents, they're immigrants. They moved here to the United States,
From where?
from the Philippines. So they had a very strong Filipino accent. They still do. But my mom's developed a really good American accent. And my dad kind of has too. But yeah, they really had that accent, for all 16 years of my life. I have some family who also have Filipino accents. So, I mean, to me, as far as accents, Filipino accents aren't really as intriguing for me because I have to live through that every day. But I mean, like
So what about like European accents and African accents?
So like African accents, yeah, I mean other accents in general really, except for like Filipino accents to be honest, are very intriguing to me. I think the most interesting one that I like would probably have to be like either Russian because it just sounds kind of cool. It sounds kind of cool, not gonna lie.
Russian sounds sick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Have you heard Sova on Valorant?
That's not a good representation of a Russian accent.
Yeah, but like Close enough.
Nerd.
Close enough.
Listen to someone who's actually Russian. It,
Yeah,
it gets weird.
I probably should. But it's like either that or like probably mm, probably Spanish.
Span- Interesting.
I,
I I really find Scottish accents intriguing because if you've ever listened to someone who's from Scotland speak, you 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 just can't. You can't keep up with what they're saying because they talk so fast, and it's like, I know you're speaking English, but this is not what I learned in school.
I mean, yeah, I'd say a Scottish accent's like a close third for me.
Hmm.
It's
I like Russian accents too because,
why
dude,
not? Why not, man?
Russian accents are cool. I just don't get it.
I don't know. But I can see how people find it like attractive to have an accent, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I could. I mean,
I
I guess
just
it doesn't really matter
I
where
don't know.
you're from as long as I can understand what you're saying.
Okay, so we've been talking about like accents from different countries, but let's talk about accents from this country.
America.
Yeah,
So
we got a
I
lot of them.
I guess like the Midwest accent, so like Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, stuff like that. It sounds pretty similar to what we have here in Ohio and like in New Hampshire and Maine. But then you get further west into like Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, and Arizona, and you're like,
They have a rich accent.
uh, you sound like you're spending $10,000 in property tax. And then you go down south and you're like, you're maybe spending $5 in property
Oh my
tax.
God.
And then you have people from Boston who just don't know how to say the words right, and you're like, that's not how you say that word.
No, they also have like some different vocabulary too, because like, my Spanish teacher went to Boston once, and he asked someone, a Boston native, if there's a water fountain nearby, and like the guy was like, a what? And then like he's like, a water fountain, you probably like step on it, like step on like a pedal, and like water comes out, and the guy's like, oh, you mean a bubbler? And he's like, he's like, what the heck's a bubbler?
Could you imagine going around town being like, hey, you're like in school and you're like, teacher, can I go use the bubbler? And they're like, yeah, sure, go get yourself a drink. I get I guess at that point, just beer should come out instead of water.
That makes much more sense though. Because foam's the
Oh,
closest thing.
dude, that I could
Oh,
never. A bubbler. That's kind of crazy.
yeah. I mean,
All right.
I don't know. All right.
What don't you know?
I
You
just
should
don't
know. You
know.
should know everything.
I should. No, I probably shouldn't. I don't really know much about U.S. history or Spanish. That's for sure.
Oh, all right.
Next
So
topic. Next
next
topic.
topic is holidays. What do you think of them, and which one is your favorite?
I think they're yummy, honestly.
Holidays are yummy. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. I just started using that phrase like a week ago because it just sounds yummy.
Yummy, bruh.
But I don't know.
I could never.
I kind of I kind of like Christmas. Not gonna lie.
You think why is Christmas your favorite holiday?
Well, first of all, we get a pretty huge winter break.
We get a pretty thick break, all right?
Yeah, it goes from what like mid December or something like that to like early
To
January.
January, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like 2-3 weeks long.
yeah. So that's one of them. And then like Christmas, bro. Like not gonna lie, presents. Because you can't say your birthday because that's not really well, I mean, it could be your holiday, but it's not like a.
Your birthday is your own
It
holiday.
is, yeah. But I guess if we're not counting that, Christmas. I mean,
Christmas is pretty good.
yeah. Also, I mean, on the chance that we might get snow, maybe. But I mean, really, We're not really getting that much snow, to be honest. I think the last time we got like a lot was freshman year, which is like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of snow this year. I feel there's potential, but I don't know if we're gonna reach it. You know,
Yeah, and like all around,
my
it's near like it's cold during Christmas, and I like cold. I like wearing hoodies.
hoodies.
Yeah, as you can see, Maynard and I have
Oh,
hoodies
my
on.
headphone fell out.
Yeah,
Oof.
Maynard and I both have hoodies on. So,
Hoodie gang.
what is your favorite holiday, Maynard?
My favorite holiday is probably Christmas, followed by a close second of Easter
Easter's pretty
because of the
dope too.
food. Because of the
Mm.
food.
Although, what about Thanksgiving though?
See, I'm not a fan of like stuffing and dressing, so I'm just like, I could,
I
I
can
could,
see
I
that.
could give or take on Thanksgiving. Plus, a lot of people eat turkey at Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Christmas is for duck and ham. That's what Christmas is. And I love me some ham, and I love me some bird. So I gotta get in on that, and
Hey, you
it's
know
pretty
what?
great.
You've never experienced Thanksgiving or Christmas if you haven't had pizza on those holidays.
Facts, dude. For these past few Christmases, I've actually been going out to Chinese restaurants because they're the only place open.
That's true. That's true.
So
Um,
we go to like a Chinese buffet and we're like, we don't want to cook.
hey man, it's all you can eat for like $15.
So we open our presents Christmas morning, and then we, you know, just have a. I have like two Christmases. So I have Christmas with my immediate family, mom, dad, and my siblings, and then I have Christmas with the rest of my family, which usually takes from like 10 to like 4 in the afternoon. And then we're gonna go home and chill out for a couple hours and then go to dinner. And it's a pretty rocking holiday.
All right, so for me, for Christmas, it's like yours, two Christmases celebrated, with
Mhm.
extended family, then like immediate. But like for our extended family celebration, it's from like freaking 6 p.m. to like 11 or like 11:30, and then we go home, and then I just celebrate with my like mom and dad and like maybe a few first cousins and all that. So like,
Uh, So
yeah.
speaking of immediate family, do you have any siblings? Because I don't know if you do.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm an only child. Oh, do you have
Ooh.
do you have any siblings, Maynard? Because I mean, besides Allie, because I'm pretty sure she kind of um got in the frame one point.
She probably did, but I don't know. I do have another sibling though. I
Oh,
actually have two siblings. One's a half sibling, and then I have an actual brother.
ooh, oh,
So
okay. Wait,
it's
Allie's
pretty
Allie's a
annoying pretty
half.
fast. Huh?
Allie's half.
No, Allie's not half.
Oh,
Allie and Matthew are full, but I
okay.
have a half brother whose name is Jacob, and he's like 24 now, I think. Something like
24.
that. It's pretty cray cray, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
that is pretty quick, right?
All right, so next, next, next topic is online shopping versus in-person shopping. Which one do you prefer, and what are the big differences?
I prefer online shopping.
I prefer in-person shopping.
Okay, here's the thing. I prefer online shopping, but like the thing is, I'd also like to work in retail, which is kind of weird, right? You'd think if I want to work in retail, I'd also prefer in-person shopping.
In-person shopping.
Yeah, but
So why do you prefer online over in-person?
because I don't want to go to the store and buy stuff, which is really contradicting my statement of wanting to work at retail. It really is. But like,
I prefer in-person shopping because, like, especially if I'm shopping for like clothes, I gotta be there to try it on
okay, yeah,
because
for
I want
clothes,
the
it's
right
definitely
fit
it's
in
yeah,
like my pants and my shirts. I want the right fit.
that's definitely different. Yeah, if I'm
Okay,
shopping
but
for
like
clothes,
I sh- I shop online for a few things because some of the stores around here don't carry the things that I order online. So, but like, if I want to go buy a camera, I'm gonna go to like Best Buy and order the. I'm gonna go to Best Buy and buy the camera at Best Buy or something like that. I'm not gonna go online and be like, which one looks the best, and then buy that one. I'm gonna go in person and see which one I like the most, because at Best Buy you can try the cameras.
Oh,
You can,
very nice, very
yeah,
nice.
it's pretty epic. So I can go and see which one I like the best and be like, I want that one.
How much are cameras at Best Buy? How much would you say?
Uh, depends on which one you want to get,
Well, I
from
mean,
like 150 to like 500, 600.
okay, because like speaking of cameras, I've been kind of looking, I'm looking for cameras because as you guys may or may not know, I have a vlog channel on YouTube as well. Got
Way too average vlogs, I
a,
think.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe you should go check. It'll be linked in the description. You should go check him out. He's
yeah,
got some pretty sick stuff brewing.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I guess first, like you bring up some good points for like stuff like clothes and like maybe some electronics or something. I'd probably go in person. But like,
hmm
I don't know. I just
I guess for like general items, like
yeah.
if I want to buy a speaker, I'll just order it online because I can't test it in store.
Dude, just freaking
I gotta
play,
blow the
laugh
money
now.
and be like, all right, this is either gonna be great or it's gonna be shitty. So
No,
we'll
just
figure it
go
out on
to
the way.
just go to like freaking Best Buy and like test that speaker. Just like play Laugh Now, Cry Later by
What's
Drake.
what's the what's the Bluetooth what's the Bluetooth for this? And they're like, sir, you can't do that in store. And I'm like,
Blast
bet.
Blast Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake.
I'm gonna blast Mo Bamba.
Oh,
You already know it, dude.
speaking of shopping and retail, I applied for Target and I got rejected.
Oh, did you
Big
apply for
sad.
anywhere else, like Kroger or
I might
something like that?
I might apply for like Walmart too. Yeah.
Next topic, Netflix suggestions.
Cobra Kai, easy.
Anything else? Anything else?
All American, also as well. That's a good show. I mean, it's not a
Okay.
Netflix original, but it's on CW, the CW. What else do I recommend? Transformers: War for Cybertron is a new Netflix series that came out like a few months ago. Um, so yeah, those are my three show suggestions. What about you?
My three show suggestions are probably NCIS. It's a good show.
Okay, good.
Probably I would say Person of Interest, but it got taken down on Netflix.
Ooh.
Oh, I think it got moved to another streaming platform, but I don't know. So NCIS, Lucifer is pretty good, and
Oh
so
yeah,
is
Lucifer.
Gotham.
I don't know why I didn't say Lucifer. I like Lucifer too.
See,
I just kind of forgot. Not gonna lie.
I haven't watched any Lucifer in like a year, so I have to catch up. I have to
Yeah, dude.
rewatch
Season 5, Part A
season.
is out.
Yeah, so I
So
have to rewatch season 1 and 2 and then catch up.
it's okay, man. I think season 5, Part B comes out like in like a year or something.
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
next year or something.
Yeah.
All
Part A
right,
was pretty good.
movie suggestions.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I watch a lot of good movies, but I can never. People ask me, "Hey, what movie should I watch?" And I'm always like, "I don't know. Watch whatever you want to watch."
So I guess the original Karate Kid trilogy, I guess.
hmm hmm
That's those are good movies. Um, what other? Dude, I gotta. Let me.
He's got to pull up Netflix on his phone real quick. Hold
Yeah,
on.
and look at the ones that like I've watched before.
I would to anyone. I would recommend Star Wars, except for 7, 8, and 9. Those ones are kind of garbage.
Oh wait, for Netflix suggestions, it's not a Netflix original, but like it's on there. and I don't know how long it's gonna be on there, but it's on there. Lego
Is it
Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu.
Lego Ninjago?
Dude,
Dude,
season 14 is
classic.
on its way.
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
can't believe they're still producing that
yeah,
after so long.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, let's see.
Some movies.
For movies, Employee of the Month was an okay movie.
Ooh,
It was made in
another Netflix
2006.
suggestion. The Office. Superb sitcom. It
Only
is so good and hilarious.
I've watched the entire series only once, and I feel like people are gonna like hate me for that because
Ah,
people usually watch it more than once.
yeah.
But
So, movie suggestions. The
I just
Percy
for
Jackson movies.
yes, if you're taking
The
the book out
Lightning.
of if you're taking the book out of context, yes, they're good.
Yeah, if you didn't read the book, the movies are good.
Another movie suggestion: Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That was a pretty good one. I like
That was
that.
a pretty good movie. Netflix suggestion, probably. Oh, it was just in my head. A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket.
Another Netflix suggestion: Greenhouse Academy.
I wonder how long we're gonna spend on Netflix movie
I don't know, because I
suggestions.
have another Netflix suggestion, but it's also a movie. So
So
Netflix original
all
movie.
all of all of the movie, all of the Avengers movies are supreme
Pretty
content.
much almost every Marvel movie, I'd probably say.
Why almost every? Which one did not appease you?
Iron Man 3.
Okay, that's fair.
Another movie suggestion, Amateur. That's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original movie. Love it.
Never heard of that
Basketball.
one.
It's a
Never
good
never
basketball movie.
never heard of that one.
There's actually a
Buddy.
lot of. I don't know if I should
So,
list
all
all of
right,
them.
next next topic before we go on our rant for like 90 bazillion minutes. Valorant Act 3.
Yes! I have been waiting to talk about this with our viewers, even though they probably don't even play Valorant. Because
Even
why
though
would
none
they?
of them probably
Because why
play.
would they? Why would they, huh? Um, but yeah, Act 3 is coming out Sunday. No, Tuesday,
Tuesday.
October 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, with a new map
And
and on
it's like
October.
chilled or something, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
Snow
I
Siege.
think it's somewhere in Russia because people are saying it's Sova's. It's like
Yeah, that
mainly.
would make sense if it's Sova's like her. I don't know what you would call it.
I don't know. I just feel like people are saying it's connected to Sova, so I'm guessing it's
It's her origin map. That's what it's called.
Sova's a
It would be
dude.
called. It would be. Oh yeah, whoops. His origin map.
Yeah.
Mobby.
And October 27th, we get a new agent named Sky, and her abilities are pretty dope, honestly.
She. It looks pretty sick. She kind of probably a little OP.
They'll probably nerf her, honestly, like the first month after or something.
Yeah, that's what happened with Killjoy. Cause everyone unlocked her like the first day, cause they were just grinding, and they were Killjoy was insane for the first few days because her nano swarm did a ton of damage, but now it does like 3 per hit. So you really have to stand in there, and it's
Ah.
just not good.
Yeah, but I've seen like the preview for Sky, and like one of her abilities is she can heal like in a within a certain range. So it's not like you come up to this person and like you heal them. Like it's like you know how Killjoy has that kind of like bubble thing when she has her
Hmm.
ult. Well, it's kind of like that, and it's just like a heal wave kind of thing, I think. And like it can heal like your teammates, and like some other ability she has is like um she can send out like this bird or something, and like
They're wolves, bud.
oh no, she also has a bird too.
Oh yeah,
The wolves
okay,
make it
yeah.
like what's it called in the insomnia, right? Is that what it's
No,
called? It starts with an
no,
I, right?
no.
No, where it's like black and white. It's like grayish. What's that called in the game?
Paranoia.
Paranoia. There it is. Yeah. At least the wolf unleashes paranoia, and the bird I think think it's just no.
It does the same thing that Phoenix's fireballs do. So you throw
I
it
think
around the
so.
corner and it flash blinds everyone.
I think so.
And then
Probably.
she also has tracking. She has a tracking wolves. So you send them out and they go find people on the enemy team, which is pretty sick.
It's also pretty OP. So,
It sounds like she's gonna need to be nerfed within the
oh,
first few days of her being released.
I think so. And hopefully, she's easy enough for me to use for her to be my main.
Ooh, wow.
Nothing
Ooh,
against Phoenix, but
Phoenix is a pretty good character,
yeah,
eh?
I kind of like him. Yeah, his ult's dope.
Facts.
I mean,
So is Killjoy's, who's now my main.
yeah. Remember when you used to main Cypher?
Remember when I used to main Omen? All right.
Remember when I used to main
Next.
Soba? All right, next
So
topic.
next is Minecraft 1.17.
Hmm.
Dude, I am so excited about this update. It is called the Caves and Cliffs update.
Dude, that sounds kind of yummy.
Dude, I could not be more ecstatic. They haven't updated the caves since the game was invented.
Oop.
So over 10 years since it's been invented. So
It's a lot of years.
oh, that's kind of a long time.
Mhm.
So you know we've always had emeralds, diamonds, redstone, lapis, iron, and coal. They're adding copper and amethyst nodes. The amethyst, as far as we know, isn't going to be used for anything. But the copper, if there's a thunderstorm, you can build this thing called a lightning rod, and
Ooh, a
all of
lightning
the lightning
rod.
within the vicinity of the lightning rod will strike the lightning rod instead of setting your house on fire, which is pretty
Ooh,
dope.
bro,
And if you build copper blocks, they age over time. So it'll start with that golden brown kind of color, and then it'll get green over so many days. They haven't said how long that period of time is going to be, but I think it's going to be pretty sick if
yeah,
you ask
it can be
me.
pretty slick, you know.
And they're adding this mob called the Warden. It looks absolutely insane. It does so much damage. It's
Mm,
unbelievable.
that sounds
The only way you're
yummy.
going to survive is if you have netherite from the nether update. Ooh, that was 1.16.
That sounds yummy.
Dude, it's going to be pretty insane. And they're amplifying the caves and they're amplifying the cliffs. So what I'm thinking is they're going to take the sea level from 0 and they're going to make it, or from 60, and they're going to raise sea level to like, I'm thinking like 100, so they have room for the caves and everything. That's what I'm thinking, but I could be wrong.
You could
I
very well
mean,
be wrong.
well, but if you raise the sea level, that gives you more space to do so many more cool things, especially with the new, technically it's a dimension, but it's not. It's still in the overworld. It's called the Deep Dark,
Ooh,
and
sounds
you
scary.
can. It is a deep dark, and it adds candles to the game, and it adds motion sensed redstone particles or redstone things to the game, so you can wirelessly transmit redstone. It's going to be pretty insane. It's going to be pretty insane. I
Hmm,
can't wait, dude. It's coming
interesting.
out summer of 2021. So after the school year is
Ugh,
over, we will get the
ugh,
gang together.
ugh. It's yucky, bro.
Dude, I'm going to
Summer
play with some
2021.
dude, I don't care. I'm still going to play with some friends, beat the Ender Dragon, go through the whole game. We're going to explore everything, dude. It's going to be an insane update.
Hey, maybe by then, maybe I'll have Minecraft. Who knows?
Who maybe, dude.
Mm.
If you don't, I will buy it for you. If you don't, I will buy it for you.
Ah, you don't have to do that.
Dude, it's
Ah,
only $30. Don't worry about
ah.
it.
I don't know about that, man. I
All
mean,
right. You ready for the next topic?
we have more.
Yeah, there's one more.
Oh, there
Yeah.
is. Oh,
Yeah. In-person school. Dude, I am hyped as heck for in-person school.
oh yeah. I remember we wrote down this topic. I remember
Dude,
now.
dude, going back to school on Tuesday to start exams. I'm not going to school Wednesday because I'm not
Ooh,
taking the
ooh.
PSAT.
I am not either. Let's go,
Gamers,
dude.
dude, we're just gonna play video games all
No, we're
day.
not. We're gonna study for our next exams.
Uh, Debatable. So yeah, in-person school. I'm hyped.
Imagine going back to school and in like to actual like school instead of exam week in 2 weeks. Imagine.
Dude, you need to come. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be insane.
I mean, I'm gonna hold off for like maybe a month and see how it goes.
Oh, boo.
Not because of like COVID and stuff.
Boo.
I just well actually yeah kind of because of COVID, but also because the benefits of staying at home. But if my classes are really just like actually going bad, I might have
What
to
are
go
the
in person.
benefits of staying at home?
Dude, waking up late, having two free bills, making my own lunch.
Wait, you don't have two free bells?
No, because I requested for one second semester, but it got rejected. But since I have PE this semester, so I don't have to go to PE at home.
Oh yeah, that's facts. Dang.
I kind of want to just stay for like the first semester, just so I can have two free bills. But if my grades are really dropping, then I'll go back.
Yeah, so I got accepted for two free bells each semester. So I have D and H first semester and second semester. So we're booling, dude. Every other day I have a free bell last period,
I
which
don't,
also means on X and Y days I get out at 1:35.
dude. Honestly, I don't know how you got accepted for two free bills for both semesters, and I got rejected for just one.
Dude, I put in my request literally the next day. I submitted my schedule form the next day. They handed out the blue sheets or whatever, and I was like, dude, I'm
Oh,
just filling this out right here,
that
right
ma-
now.
that makes
Filled it
sense.
out, went, took it home, and I was like, Mom, I need you to sign this. She was like, okay.
That
And I
makes sense. That
sent it
makes
in the
sense.
next day.
I'm gonna take
So,
two free bells next year though, because now I can. Because like honestly, I was planning on taking two second semester this year, and then one each semester the next year. Because junior
mhm.
year is really hard, as you can
That's
tell.
why I gave myself two free bells each semester
Okay, well,
because,
I thought third and fourth quarter were gonna be a lot harder than first and second. That's why I chose second semester
oh, it
specifically.
for third and fourth are definitely going to be a lot harder. But I'm also taking, hopefully, the class gets uh, put into the lineup. This Miss Bennett is going to teach stage combat. She already cleared it with Coach D, so it will count as a gym credit. So senior year, my gym credit, I
Ooh.
don't even have to take actual PE, dude. There's no
Uh,
dance, which is what used to be the sub for gym credits, and literally the only thing you can do is take a gym class to get your gym credit.
I might just do
And
that
I
to be
was
honest.
just not all about that because I'm not really athletic. So I
Dude,
was
what's
like,
not to like about playing like kickball or football or wiffle ball
I'm just,
or volley tennis?
dude, if I had to choose any of the PEs, I would definitely do baseball.
Baseball's nice.
Dude, mostly because I was the only one on my select teams that could hit a home run.
Ooh, you're on select. Ooh.
Dude, I was on select for 2 seasons. So I played rec for 4 seasons, tried out for select fifth season, got rejected, so I did rec again for the fifth season. And then sixth and seventh, I actually got accepted to the select. So my first team, we lost every single game we played because the
Ooh.
coach was too scared to put me in for catcher. And then
Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's why.
second, well, when he put me in, we nearly won, but also everyone else on my team was shit, so it doesn't really matter. And so season 7, I got into the Anderson Expos, which is over in Anderson. on the east side,
Ooh,
which
East,
which
East.
just so happened to be an hour from where I lived when I played for them. Dude, Tuesday night practice was ugh.
Mm,
It was 9 to 11, and then an hour drive home.
dude,
It
that
was
kind of
pretty.
sucks.
Oh,
So
but
like,
it was worth it, dude. It was worth it.
oh yeah, because
So
you
what
were a big
happened?
baseball guy.
I only played half the season because even though we were winning pretty well, like you win some, you lose some. It was pretty equal in our win loss ratio. But every time we would win, we had to run suicides, and every time we lost, we had to run
I was
suicides.
gonna say, why would you have to run
And
suicides
every
if you win?
and every time we won, we always went out, and everyone would boast about it. I'm like, dude, you all are playing this way, taking this way too seriously. I'm literally playing it for fun because I ended up going to Tennessee during season 6, and um I played in Pigeon Forge during
Ooh.
the Ripken tournament, and I didn't get put in for any of the events except
Mm.
except for the one actual game. Like there's home run derby, then there's pickle, which is kind of a weird game that you play between two bases.
Don't worry.
And I didn't get into either of those events, so I just spent like 3 days just doing whatever. And then the fourth day, we actually had our game, and we got absolutely destroyed. We got ran up. It
Oh,
was so bad. It was like 14-2. And you
so
know who scored? Both of
you,
them?
you,
Because I
ooh.
was the only one who could get on base. So someone would try to hit a single, and so when you're on the field, you have two options. You can either go for the play at the plate, or you can go for the safe one at first base. They went to the one at first, and I just went home and scored, and that was it. That was all she wrote. I was also really good at stealing.
Oh, actually, I was pretty good at standing. I was actually one of the fastest players on my team.
I could run 90 feet in 1.7 seconds.
Ooh, actually, for me, I think 90 feet for me was like around three-ish.
Imagine, dude. Imagine.
I mean, yeah, but I was still like the first or second fastest player on my team.
That's actually still really fast, which is
Yeah.
kind of impressive.
And like I'm pretty sure like the fastest person on my team, which is actually like 2 years ago, because I played 15U baseball, which I was still like 14 or I think, yeah. And like
Imagine,
he only beat
like
me
one
by
up in the bracket.
he only beat me by like 0.3 seconds or something. So I mean, he was still technically the fastest player on our team. Um, I couldn't really hit. I mean, not gonna lie, I but I'm actually really good at fielding. I was actually an outfielder, which may sound bad because it makes it people feel like no.
When you say that you're an outfielder, it's
People are
really
gonna assume that you're like
condescending
pretty
on how
bad.
you play the game.
Yeah,
People
people
just
are just gonna
automatically
assume.
think you're
Yeah,
like, oh, you're shit because you don't play infield, and it's like,
okay. But
no,
like,
what?
I mean, I can't play infield. That's the thing. I've played third base twice 2 years ago. Like both went bad. Like they were pretty bad. Honestly, it didn't go too well. So, but like outfield for me, that's my territory because like I'm one of the fastest people. You usually put the quickest people out there in the outfield. Um, and
Hmm.
actually, I remember 2 years ago when I played, this guy hit it into the outfield, and like, dude, it was pretty much a bomb. Not gonna lie, and I had to chase for it, and I just barely got it.
Dude, I remember one of my first times playing in the outfield because I was mainly and third baseman, shortstop, and catcher. So the first time they ever put me in the outfield because they needed a relief, we had like four third basemen, but I was always the starter. And so they're like, "Hey, we need you to go play outfield because you're really fast." And I'm like, "Okay." So I got out there, and like one of the first three hits was a pop to left field, and I'm sitting over here like, "All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right." Dude, it would have been a home run had I not caught it.
Ooh.
he would have been able to get an in the park home run, and I was like, I'm not having this. So I
uh,
had to run out and catch it, and that's how I threw out my left shoulder and my left
ooh.
elbow, or my right shoulder and right elbow.
We see, fortunately for me, I didn't have to throw anyone out because no one was on base when I caught my ball.
Oh, imagine,
Hmm.
imagine.
But yeah,
Runners on
that's
first and second, bruh.
But I usually played outfield, but like sometimes I'd play, third baseman. I'd be a third baseman, and I also played second at one point, and that also went. It
Oh.
went better than me playing third base, but still pretty
I
bad.
don't, dude, I could never, I can't play second baseman or shortstop because when the ball comes off of the mound, because once you get into like 14 and 15U, they start to raise the pitcher's mound. So if you get a ground ball off the pitcher's mound that the pitcher doesn't catch, it bounces off and it is the hardest thing in the universe to field. And you're like, dude, I don't know what to do.
No, but I mean, like
Great.
for me, it wasn't like that. For when I was playing second base, a ball was literally like it was a line drive to me, and I almost caught it. I got it in my glove. My arm went back, and it fell out of the glove.
Dude, imagine. The best part about being a catcher was that A, you got to boss everyone around and yell at people, which is pretty sick. And B, if you get hit with the ball, it doesn't matter because you
You
have
got
all
gear
of this
on. You got gear
padding
on.
and gear.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, I can just put my body in front of the ball and I know exactly where the ball is.
Yeah, but you should probably actually have your glove out.
Yeah, I you do, but sometimes it
Yeah,
pops up into your like chest
yeah,
and stuff, and if it hits your chest, you don't gotta worry about it.
yeah. Unless it's a drop third strike, then you could definitely run first pitch. I mean, it usually doesn't work.
I never had a drop third strike. Never.
Really.
Never had a drop third strike.
Nice. But like
I
I,
mean, when I was up to bat, people would drop the third strike, but I never dropped a third strike.
dude, that you deserve a Gold Glove award.
I get the golden glove. Don't worry about it. I'm an MVP. I should go to the MLB.
You should. You
Whatever.
should.
It's besides the point.
I tried to be a pitcher at one point.
Ooh. See, one of my the expos, the Anderson expos, they were like, all right, so everyone except for you on this team pitches. You need to learn how to pitch. So they just threw me out onto the pitcher's mound in like the seventh inning of one game, and I'm like, seriously, you're really gonna put me out here?
Right now,
And they're like, yeah, you. So
we couldn't have done this in practice.
first pitch I threw was a line drive right to me. Dude, the most intimidating thing I ever saw, even after being behind the plate for 2 seasons in a row, you get bats swung at you. Some of them hit your fingers. I got hit in the head with a bat once. I got cleated in the chin with metal spikes.
Oh,
And I received a 60-mile-an-hour baseball right to the forehead with my mask off.
oof.
It was never got a concussion though.
That's
Never had a
good.
concussion.
That's good. But like, dude, I could actually throw a pretty mean sinker. Not gonna lie.
I do fastballs is it. Nothing
That's
else.
it. I'm pretty sure
Nothing.
I can
Nothing
throw
else.
a four seam, a slider, a curve, and a sinker.
I can throw a two seam, a four seam, a changeup. I can't throw a curve. But so my favorite thing was I knew how to hold the ball for a curveball, but I could never actually get it to curve around. So it was always just like one of these. So the catcher would call for it, and I'm like, dude, I don't know how to pitch that. And they're like, all right, then throw your rainbow lob. And I'm like, all right, bet. And it goes up like 20 feet into the air and it drops back down. And the thing is, it's going really slow. So it got hit nearly every single time. And I'm like, dude, you can't not time this right. Like it is impossible to get the timing wrong on this.
Actually, I'm knowing me, I'd probably get the timing wrong,
It was, dude.
or at least I get the timing right. But I'd still miss it because probably swing too low.
Oh, dang, dude. So my favorite spot in the batter's box. I'm a right-handed batter.
I'll do so mine.
Favorite spot was the high right corner, high outside corner, dude. That was where it was at, and I'm like, this is my sweet spot. So a lot of pitchers try to hit like on the outside of the box first, and then I get up to bat and they try to hit the outside of the box, and I'm just like, it's a dinger, bro. Don't worry about it.
Dude, yeah, my batting average is pretty low. But I
I
did get
have
I did get hit by pitches a lot, especially in my last season playing baseball.
I got hit by a few pitches, but it was never anything that really hurt. It was
Yeah,
always like a changeup or something. It was never
yeah.
a fastball to the side or anything like that.
It was always just for me to actually no, it's pretty common, yeah, but like they really just going for my knee. They're really just going for my knee
Take him out at the knees.
and my back.
I never did. I never needed a pinch hitter though. Never
I
had a
never needed
pinch
one too.
hitter
I was a pinch runner
or a
though.
pinch run. I had to pinch run once.
Yeah, I also had
I
to pinch run once.
never needed a pinch runner though.
I never needed one either because we're both fast. We're speed.
Speed. I am speed.
Dude, yeah, bro. Like they can. No, that's a lie. I would never be thrown out going second, but I would be thrown out going third.
I would always get caught going to second, but I never got caught going third. Never.
I mean, like, I don't think I've ever gotten caught going second. I've gotten caught going third, and I've been thrown out a few times. But sometimes no,
I've
most of the time,
never. Have you ever been picked off?
yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the
But here's the
worst.
thing: it's not to the point where I have to slide back to base. It's not. It's basically for me. I can just like step back onto it. But I do make. I really take like a huge lead off. Like
Dude, I
it's
would get
insane.
halfway down. My leadoff was nearly
Mine was like
almost three
halfway.
quarters of the way down the baseline.
Mine was like
Um,
halfway. Mine
I
was
would get
like.
that huge lead, and the pitcher's like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. Don't make me." And I'm like, "Fucking bet I'll steal home plate. Don't worry about it.
uh,
Don't worry about it, G. I'll wait till the catcher throws it back to you, and while it's in midair, I'll break into a sprint and go to home plate. Don't worry about it."
I don't think I've ever stolen home.
You never stole home,
No, because those catchers could
dude.
actually catch it. I mean, like it's not like they can't, like they weren't able to catch it and it goes behind them, and that gives me a chance. No,
Uh-huh.
they're pretty consistent in catching the ball.
Dude, I've stolen home plate like 4 or 5 times. Nothing grand in my 7 seasons of baseball. But
Ah,
one thing I did have to do one time is the catcher came up the baseline. So I'm sprinting down the baseline and he's walking towards me in all of his gear. And I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. So he crouches down because I get ready to slide, but I jump over him instead. Like I don't do a flip or anything. I just pull my pull my legs all the way up into my chest and jump over him and hit the home plate. Absolutely legendary. My team had never experienced anything like that. And they're like, dude, how did you do that? I'm like, dude, you just gotta go for it.
dude. Speaking of like freaking going home, bro, this involves making my way. But I remember,
Downtown? Are you walking fast?
yeah, I am walking fast. You could say I'm
Face is
running.
fast. I'm homebound.
Well, like
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
so again, this was my last season playing baseball. I hit the ball. It went between the first and second baseman, so it was a base hit. But I had some trouble running the bases. So here's the thing. I started running the first. I tripped on my own ankle. I made it. I successfully made it to first. Made it to second. I was on second. Uh, my teammate hits it. I'm going third. I slide third. He tells me to go home. I get back up. I go home, and like I had to jump over the catcher just like what you did, but like mine was not as majestic as yours. It definitely was not majestic. It's basically me jumping and then falling on the home plate. I was safe, but it was some pretty terrible base running.
Dude, I've had some pretty bad. I had some pretty bad base running experiences. I've tripped over my own shoelaces because the spike got caught in the shoelace. I've had, you know how sometimes your clothes get those strings of like material coming off and you have to like rip it off.
Yeah.
So my pants had one of those, and the string came out, and my spike got caught in the hole, so I tripped, and um I had to absolutely annihilate the first baseman one time because he wouldn't get off of the base. And I'm like, dude, this thing is in the ground. You're on the base. I can't do anything. So I just step on the base, follow through, and he goes down. That was that.
Nice,
I was like,
nice.
do you not know how to play first base?
Ah, dude, what was your batting stance like?
I had a really wide stance. And for my step, I would never take a big step. I wouldn't, like, you know how a lot of batters bring their knees up to their chest and then stride forward?
Yeah, I don't do that.
Mine was always like just a little tiny step forward, and I would go and follow through. And that's what got me on my dingers, dude.
Dude, for me, when I was in like fourth grade, I had the Brandon Phillips batting stance where he's like super low and he's sticking his butt out. I had that
Yeah.
one. And then for my last year, 2 years ago, I had the Ichiro stance, but he's a lefty and I'm a righty. But we still made it work, you know?
You had to manipulate your stance to make it right handed.
Yeah, but like I did like the thing that Ichiro do, like he has the bat out and he goes like he holds out his bat and then he comes around with it. Yeah, I did the whole Ichiro thing, and that was kind of fun to do. Not gonna lie.
Dude, it was insane. Baseball was an insane sport. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I
I
busted my lip.
enjoyed it, but once everyone started to
Take it seriously.
play, yeah, to take it seriously, like it's gonna be their career, instead of just playing for fun, I was like, I'm out, peace.
I
And then I
bust.
joined theater, and
Ooh, look where we
here
are
we are.
now. Yeah, I busted my lip during like um ground ball drills before a game,
Oof.
so I couldn't play that
I've
game.
passed out behind the home. I've passed out behind home plate before from dehydration.
Oh,
That
ah,
happened 2 or 3 times. You know it's
baseball
90
stories.
degrees. You have a black uniform and black catcher's gear.
Yeah, of
Gets
course you're
pretty
gonna.
hot.
Yeah, probably does.
Hmm.
But
And I, uh, after, so during my freshman year summer, I um I umpired for Hobner Hornets, but I could only do like seventh grade and lower because they had some weird rules, and I'm like, dude, this is kind of dumb. So I was coaching a bunch of preschoolers and t-ball players. I got paid a hefty $40 an hour.
that's not bad.
It was pretty freaking good, if you ask me.
That's true. I mean, yeah, I wish I could get paid $40 an hour.
It was, you would only get like one game a day though. And I
Uh,
had a tournament weekend one weekend, and they're like, all right, here's the deal. Paying you $20 an hour, but you have 2 games. You have a game on Friday night, 2 games on Saturday, and 2 games on Sunday. And I'm like, so I'm getting 40, 50, 60, 70. I'm getting $80 that entire weekend
mm,
instead of $80 in one day. So I'm like, this is pretty freaking great.
yeah. But you know, we've left our sports legacies behind, and now we've joined theater.
No, it was 40. It was 40 a game because it was 20 an hour, and they usually took 2 hours. So 4, 8, 10. So I got like $120 or something that weekend.
Dude, that's a lot of bucks.
Yeah, it's a lot,
Ah,
especially for one weekend.
that's true. But as you can see, we're both in theater now. We've left.
Sports are behind us. We're
Uh,
no longer sports kids.
I mean, I still occasionally play basketball. I have a hoop in my driveway. I
I,
wouldn't
I
mind playing like wiffle ball or baseball.
I
Just
keep up with hockey. I keep up with a little bit of baseball and some football, but not really. Um,
yeah, like I wouldn't
but
mind throwing a football around. I wouldn't mind playing wiffle ball, playing baseball. I wouldn't mind playing a pickup game of basketball.
I play cornhole.
The superior sport.
Superior sport.
But yeah,
Dude,
for the most part, we're kind of out of sports now. I mean,
yeah.
especially since like high school sports, man. Let's not get into that.
No, it's way too competitive. Competitive, and you have colleges who are scouting, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to be under that kind of pressure. Have to
Just
perform A plus every single game,
yeah, you
and
have to
I'm like,
practice like every day. You have to like lift
uh-uh,
every other day or
uh-uh,
something.
no sir,
I ain't doing
no
that
sir.
because I kind of want to get my homework done.
Facts.
I'd rather get my homework done than like be on the field or something for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, it is not it.
Mm-mm.
But yeah,
That's those are our baseball stories and sports stories. Even though it was basically just
yeah.
baseball that we just talked about. I could have talked about my basketball career. Well, I mean, maybe next
You had a
episode.
best. I believe that. I believe
Yeah.
next episode. We'll say that for next
Dude,
episode.
have you not
Well,
seen the big me on my wall?
oh yeah, I did. I have seen that.
Yeah.
So if you guys find yourself and you enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. You know, leave some comments down below on what we should talk about next week. Because now that we're doing all better and exams are coming up, we have a lot of free time now. So
No, we
we're
don't.
definitely gonna be
No, we
recording.
don't. No, we
Shut.
don't.
Next Friday we'll be recording, and you can expect a video up Friday night or Saturday.
Probably Friday
So
night. I'll get it out by
we're gonna
Friday
start
night.
to we're gonna start to get on a pretty regular schedule now.
Probably not.
And then once Christmas comes around, we'll be off for probably the week of Christmas, if
Yeah.
unless New Year's interferes on a Friday. So that's what that looks like.
Yep.
I hope you all enjoyed, and yeah.
Yeah. And as always, keep the good vibes going.